to play with a little more fire, a little more compete. You gotta turn that care meter up. Like, find that dial that goes to 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. Turn it up, crank that sucker up. And I think that's exactly the message that the coaching staff has been trying to preach. The skill's there, the talent's there, but man, it is frustrating to watch when it doesn't come together on a regular basis. Back to the phones we go. We got Pedro on line 4. Well, some fun, some drama, a little bit of everything on the ice tonight. Let's take a look at some of those scores around the league. The Coyotes took to the ice for a collision with the Flyers. Arizona poked out a victory in a tight one. The Stars had a tall order to fill as they tried to take 2 on the road against the Capitals. Dallas turned it up in the shootout, and they come away with a 2-point win. The Islanders were in a dogfight on the road up against the Golden Knights. Vegas puts up a strong defensive front when it mattered most, and they get the win. Lots more still to come, including the story in MMA, the hardwood, and more. Stay with us. Let's take a look at the rest of the action on the ice tonight in the National Hockey League. The Flames were on the road to take on the Blues. Calgary treated almost everyone to a magical offensive display. The Stars took to the ice to battle the Panthers. Dallas played a complete game in this one and easily get the regulation win. The Predators took to the road to match up with the Maple Leafs. Toronto topples the opposition with a strong effort at both ends. A very special guest drops by on the show, and we'll do that next. Comments from the coaching staff to say, hey, look, you need to tighten it up on the ice. You are way too undisciplined out there. We've tried to talk to you about this, and you're not getting the message. I don't know what's next, but I would think that maybe some playing time that could be shaved if you're not going to listen to what the coaching staff's telling you. But look, too many reckless penalties. It's hurting the team. But I thought it was pretty public from the coach's sentiment there, from those comments, that he needs to tighten it up. All right, meantime, some other interesting comments around the NHL here. Was there any volatility in the standings across the NHL tonight? Well, let's take a look at some of the final scores to find out. The Avs battled it out against the Flames. Hi everybody, along with Greg, I'm James. Welcome back to EA Sports coverage. It's another Coyotes home game in store for you this evening. Well, the moment of truth is almost upon us here. They are about to drop the puck.
Really good attack early for the home team. They've now got the early jump. The home team has to claw back into the game. He's probably got about 2 seconds from the time that puck's delivered to find it. He can't see it, so he drops into the butterfly and hopes it hits him.
Edmonton's first goal has completely silenced this home crowd.
Everybody's expecting a quick start from the home team when it doesn't happen. Everyone, fans and players, are back on their heels a bit.
The Coyotes win the faceoff. And they go back to center with the net.
The momentum in the game changes fast. You get one, now you know you've got a leg up. You want to get another if you can. They get them quickly, and now they've really put them back on their heels. I don't think the goaltender gets a look at this at all, James. He just drops into the butterfly. He's hoping the thing hits him through that traffic. Shoot the puck and follow your shot. He gets a little lucky that it comes right back to him, but he makes no mistake.
More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. The Oilers now lead by 3.
What a night for him. You think after 3 you might let down? Not him. They keep coming. I watch this player, James, and I see nothing but confidence. He gets a puck. He wants to shoot it. He's got a great idea where he wants to place it. He hasn't missed very much this year.
The Oilers have been whipping their opponent. And listen to this place here. These fans have turned on the home team.
I don't know what's worse, James, giving up the goal or that the clock stops again. When you're getting pumped like this, you want to get out of here as fast as you can. Really good backhand shot here. He got into the goal line.
Edmonton's all smiles on the bench next to you, aren't they?
Yeah, they're having lots of fun. Not so much on the other side where this night has been a nightmare.
Time to take a look at what happened around the league as we check in on some of the scores. The Oilers took to the ice to lock up with the Coyotes. Edmonton played a strong game at both ends of the ice, and as a result, they get the win. There were other games on the ice as well across the National Hockey League. Let's bring you up to date on some of the finals. All right, at this time, let's get you caught up on all the action on the ice tonight. The Oilers look to run roughshod over the Coyotes. Edmonton tightened it up late in their own end and did enough to preserve the win. No shortage of action in the National Hockey League. Let's take a look at elsewhere what went down. The Sabres were in a dogfight on the road against the Flyers. Buffalo, perfect in their own end. They get the clean. More than half the period has expired. The Jets lead at 2-1 in what has been an entertaining game thus far.
What a great season he's had, and to bang in your 40th goal of the year is a great sense of accomplishment. Man, it looks like a bus depot in front of the net. You know it's a tough one when you can't see the goalie. That means he can't see the puck. This game has been tight. Now somebody's got a leg up. I've scored a lot of goals like this. I'm telling you, James, once you get in there, you can't turn your back away from the shot. There's the save. You get your own rebound, and you got to put it in. I like it.
Edmonton's found themselves a critical goal here late in the third period. Now the question is, hanging on, can they do it?
I think they can, but it has to be by being aggressive. You're now into the last half of the period. The clock goes pretty fast if you're aggressive.
Final horn sounds, bringing this one to a close.
Streak's over, even though...
Take a look at some of the rest of the action tonight in the NHL. The Oilers had an on-ice collision with the Jets. Edmonton pulls one out in a tightly contested affair. With this one in the books, there's a few other final scores we'll get you caught up on at this time. The Rangers went toe-to-toe on the road against the Penguins. Pittsburgh takes this one in a shootout victory and come away with the 2 points. The Kings took to the road to match up with the Ducks. Anaheim proved to be a little too much to handle in this night. Hey, we got to pay a couple of bills here, but we got a lot more action we got to get to. Stay with us. Okay, everybody, let's take a quick look at some of the final scores around the league tonight. The Senators were hoping to take a bite out of the Canadiens. Montreal topples their opponents with a strong effort late. The Sharks were hoping to grab 2 points up against the Coyotes. San Jose presented their coaches with the best defensive effort we've seen all season with the shutout win. The Flyers were looking to steal 2 points against the Islanders. Philadelphia toughs one out and pick up the win. Lots more puck talk coming your way, and we'll get to it next.